I think we are live now. Yeah, we are now live. I can see. Let me check. Yeah, we are live now. So, firstly, let me give you a context what we are doing, what we are going to do. Like, if you read the title, it's exploring kagent for building agentic AI. That's a cloud native plus Kubernetes. So this is the case end, and if you see, there's a one. Um, just to give me a minute. There's a hackathon. I'm not remember the link. I think. Let me grab it from here. Yeah, AI hackathon. So this is a hackathon. Um, the price for this is the 5,000. But you can build is a you can build an MCP server for a agent gateway, kagent, and agent registry to help user learn and troubleshoot. Or build an AI agents for a favorite cloud native projects and integrate it with kagent. Create a tutorial for MCP server or a agent with agent gateway, kagent, and agent registry. Secure and govern your MCP slash AI agent with agent gateway. Write a blog where you can like how you build your AI agent or a MCP server. Showcase using AI agent in a real world production scenario. You can see uh, the judges are really awesome. They are one of like mostly are from solo.io, and you can see there's a way leased. So it was a good hackathon to participate and get uh, some prize money. So the registration is start from 26, and submission period is start from 2 of Feb to March 1, and judge will do their things review from 2 to 13, and they will announce on 16. So price total price pool is 5,000 cash prize across all five categories plus recognition, mentorship, and swag for all winner and run up. Uh, so price for per category 1,000. A batch of MCP and AI Agent Hackathon 2026 winner, that is by solo.io. Opportunity to present submission via blog and live stream. 30-minute online one-to-one meeting with expert. MCP and AI agents swag kits. So runner up award is like mhm, opportunity to present. Okay, all participant will get this a badge, recognition in the community, portfolio award, the project experience. Who will get a swag? Is that swag for everyone? Okay, so for winner it is for only winner the swag is. You can register here and then you can participate. They have not paid me anything to promote this. Um, I just curious about this hackathon because I was thinking to learn some of things around MCP and AI agent. I'm not much into that, but kagent or solo.io that are around the cloud native and Kubernetes. So that is around where my interests are. So that's why I'm covering this. I will be like, I don't know how much live stream will I do, but I will try to be keep near about 5, because I am free till 31 or 1 of Fab. And we'll also try to create some good tutorial and a blog to how I build that MCP or AI agents. And also we'll also do the some of the projects or some of the contributions, because if you see here, there was an open source contribution too. So contribute directly to the agent gateway, kagent or agent registry. Bug fixes, new features, documentation improvement or testing enhancement. So that was that portion I'm focusing, and the second one, that portion I'm focusing. In that one, the tutorial and blog will cover. In this, we are directly contributing to kagent or agent registry, some of our projects, and in that too I will be also covering that. But I don't know will I be able to cover that whole thing or not. But these two parts I will be covering mostly through the live stream. This one bit of issue, because I asked a question like, will I can use the my avatar into the tutorial? They said, no, Rahul, you can come up with your real face could be good, but open source contribution can I can do that through a live streaming. And building some cool agent using kagent, uh, I will be try to build this one. Create innovative AI agents with kagent, make cloud native projects more accessible to newbies, or build co-worker agent for exiting users. This one, new to MCP and AI agent, this track is a perfect for a beginners. Build your first projects and share your learning journey. No period experience required. Okay, yeah, I think he is from ChainGuard. No, he's from Google. Okay, so you can also see this one. A lot of folks are coming up.
Going on right now with what is going on, everybody? Just wanted to let you know we have an AI hackathon going on right now with several categories ranging from MCP and AI agents to building whatever you think a cool agent is to everything around MCP and overall agentic infrastructure. We also have some really cool judges like Christian Posta and Kelsey Hightower. So if you're interested, feel free to go to aihackathon.dev, do a submission, and hopefully you win. What is going on?
So yeah, this is the video. Again, I'm mentioning it was not sponsored. You can also see my Twitch followers and um, my YouTube subscribers. There's like only 15 subscribers, so there no person will going to give me a money to promote. It was from my own side. I think it could be a good to cover up, and let's see how I can perform in that. How and what are the things I can build in that. Yeah. So let us go through the kagent, because my focus is contributing to kagent. That's why I'm covering kagent first. And if you see the subscribers, I mean the star on kagent is around 2K. So it was a 2.1, and it was also very good way to promote the project through hackathon to gain more star. This is an occasion. Is also some of sorry, there's some of agent registry. You can see this is an agent registry. Agent registry have a bit of less star, but we will see like in which project we can contribute. And there was also agent gateway, I think, or agent gateway. So this is a agent gateway. That is the third project. So they have a three project. One is a kagent, one is another one is an agent gateway, and the third one is agent registry. So this would look like a key gateway. Okay. So it also have around 1.6 K star. Okay, so it was not my part because it is around Rust. So I don't know Rust, but let's see if I can do some of the things. But those are two projects. Then we get one is a kagent and another one is agent registry. So we'll try to focus on that. I'm now going to firstly not I'm not going to install anything, but firstly I will try to understand it basically what is a kagent, and then their bit of core concepts, and then we will go back to, I'm not sure, is that Flocky? Why it's not responding to my uh, is my internet not, I can speed test, it's running good, I think your website have something some problem then. Yeah, okay. Can we launch that? Explore the Keygen project to build the custom agent tool. Okay, let us build this one. We will, this is an occasion. There is an a one tutorial. If you can go bit below, you can start on a lab. So they have a lab. So we are starting from a lab, and then we will move towards more. Okay, let me just. So discover a kagent. In this lab, you will install kagent CLI, deploy kagent to cluster, and explore the kagent dashboard. Create a custom agent that brings together specific tools to perform a certain category of task. Build and deploy your own MCP tools and integrate them. Okay. How to go notify me? How to start? How to go estimated time left? Progress. I mean, I just want to go for from here to, oh, resume loading. Now it is a good. Okay, so like they are loading the lab. I thought why I'm not getting to the next page. Actually, they have used their own images. That's why it shows way slower, way slower. I mean, I can't imagine like how slow it is. I don't know. Is that my internet is slow or whatever? I don't know. But you can see that one. I'm not sure how they have. I think they have a URL. And no, that's not a URL. Okay, I think we I will see that how I can improve that. I think the first issue is around their this one because it is a loading very slow. I mean, I can't even imagine why that much slow the website is. So we can work on that to improve their slowness. Okay, let us see. So in this, we will install kagent CLI, deploy kagent to the cluster, and explore the kagent. We will create a custom agent that bring together specific tools to perform certain category of task, and we will build and deploy your own MCP tools and integrate them with your AI agent. Okay, let us see. That one looks good, I think. Okay, so a local Kubernetes cluster is running in this lab. You will install an kagent CLI, deploy kagent to the cluster, and explore the kagent dashboard. Create a custom agent that brings together specific tools to perform a certain category of task. Build and deploy. Oh, sorry. So we will install our kagents. Per the project documentation, you need an OpenAI API key. Oh, I don't have a OpenAI key. Let us see if it works or not. I don't have. If they can go with a, I think they have to give that one too for their builders. Okay, I think my internet is slow then because it's running really slow. Mhm. Just a minute. I'm closing that because uh, yeah. Okay, we are back again, and we exported our OpenAI API key, and then we will do this. So what it is doing here is it they will have oh, uh, if you go here and you can see what they have everything. So this from here you can um, read it. If you see OS and everything they are checking in that, so we can run it. After run, you can just copy this kagent install underscore underscore namespace. Okay, so we are, if we do kubectl config, kubectl config current context. So you can see this one is in a context they are using. Oh, sorry. You can just copy this and paste it here. So kagent install into the namespace of kagent. Okay, so they are installing. Okay, we can see in that one. Uh, installing. Not sure. I'm not sure if my OpenAI key does not work. Then we will just explore this whole thing and then we'll left that because it's not working for me, I think. Then I think what we can use, we can see OpenAI key. Can't we use? Uh, I mean Gemini. I think it look like it's not working for me. Ah, it works. So if you do, I can say export kubectl equals to key keyboard ports. I mean, mm, I think there was an alias. Yeah. So you can see a lot of, there was Argo, there was a Cilium, there was a Helm, Isto, Kagent controller, Kafna MCP, Query Docs, Kagent tools, Kagent UI, kgateway agents, observability, and PromQL agent. Okay, so a lot of things we did here. I think we need to go fast bit. Okay, so explore the dashboard. The keygen provide a graphical user interface exposing its capability. You can visit it through this. Okay. Uh, by clicking on a tab, so you can click on this. This is an keygen dashboard, and you can skip. Oh, so whatever we installed here, if you can see the last command we used. Oh, sorry, not that one. This one. You can see there's a lot of things, and you can get these whole things again. The Kagent Argo rollout. Mhm. What I know, I think Helm Agent I know, so I can click on Helm Agent. Explore the user interface of main display and agent under the view select and explore each model. We can say new chat. Hmm. How to mhm, and okay, so we exceed our I said there was some problem in that. So like we will use that through Gemini because Gemini will not exceed. Okay, sorry for that. I am not prepared for that for OpenAI. I thought there will be some Gemini, but okay, no problem. We can explore that and then creating an agent. Okay, so we have an editor also here. Okay, so to better understand agent, let us create a custom agent that answer questions about what is running in the cluster. Click plus to create. Where? Okay, new. So you can enter the following details: my Kubernetes agent. Keep into the this one declarative my first Kubernetes agent. My first Kubernetes agent, and keep the definition as this Gemini Mini. I think I have one key. Uh, okay. Then you can do a click and add tools and agents. You can search helm underscore list release. Okay. And where's get release? I will take 1 month off, like, but I'm into the live stream, so it's a bit difficult for me because I don't have a two screen. Okay, so it will be okay down and then just create this. I'm not ready. Is there any problem? Okay, wait few minutes to, yeah, it's become okay. What is that? Okay, okay, okay. So you can interact that. Once it's ready, you can like interact with the questions, interact with your own tool. Once the agent is ready, click on to interact and try some example. Can you show me the namespace and the cluster? Let me let me think if I can upgrade that. Okay, I think we can see that after some time. For now, interact with your own tool. Kagent bundles fairly long list, and Kagent supports both Python, fast MCP and MCP Go framework. Let's start an MCP Python project. Kagent MCP init Python MCP server. Description is this, and then you can go inside there. Echo. Add a second tool named fetch. Kagent MCP add tools fetch. Okay, can bat that. Mhm. Okay, that one looks cool. If I can go editor, you can see data, discover, fetch. Okay, so we run inside that. We go inside this. Is we have anything? Yeah. So there was an MCP one. Kagent have an supports MCP one. So if we run this one, it shows us the code. Mhm. Okay, so it shows a code. Uh, you can see this one. Add a second fetch. Kagent MCP add fetch, which added a fetch, and they added a fetch. They don't even have that fetch. Okay, fetch file. Okay, okay, got it, got it. So here we added echo. Now fetch. Add HTML to text. Hmm. MCP build this. Okay. How much should I pay? Oh, we will add that. Mhm. Which one? The last one. MCP. And then you can run this like K3D image import this image because we build an image into our cluster. So you can import that, and after the import, you can finally deploy that. Just wait to import it. It's done, and then this one is import done, and then you can deploy it. Like kagent MCP deploy by taking that manifest and image and a namespace, no inspector. Okay, and then you can get MCP into that. Mhm. MCP servers, I think, look like an MCP server is KAPI resources. So, okay, MCP. Oh, we can see the kagent. Kagent have a. You can see the kagent have a MCP server. What I was talking about. That was an MCP server. Again, this one. Whole things are CID. That's in a Kubernetes CID. Oh, CR. That all are MCP Kubernetes CID. And you can kagent notice MCP. You can see is that kget deploy. That's a deployment. Kget tool with this. I can't understand that. Fetch URL. Mhm. You can get some. Oh, look at this one, bro. Agent was an alpha one kind as an agent, and then website summarizer and an agent that can summarize information obtained. Oh. Mhm. We can just take a screenshot of this. I will review it. We can apply this. Will we have some other one too? Or is it end? Well done. Progress. Okay, so we have only one. Okay, no. Okay. So you can see this one. There's an API version into the Kubernetes as a kzen.dev/version 1 alpha 2. The kind is an agent. Metadata is an agent summarizer. Summarizer. Okay, summary. Description an agent that can summarize information obtained from web pages. Type declarative. Inside the declarative, there's a model config stream system message. You are a summarizer agent that knows how to fetch the text from a given URL and summarize. The summary should contain the title, short description, and key points made in this. So this is a prompt, and then we are using a tool type MCP server. Inside the MCP server, it is also from a kagent.dev, and this is an MCP server, kind as an MCP server. I showed you the kubectl API resources. From that, we can find that there was a agent also present, and also MCP servers present. Okay. Uh, Give me a 5 minute. I will I will get back to you. चार्ज ही अलग लेवल पे खत्म हो रहा है भाई. Hello. So we are back again. Was thinking to first get the understanding of what kagent is, and then we'll go inside the core concepts, and then we'll do some of the examples from here. I mean, the getting a start, some of the things, or and also how to contributing to it. This one I will be going through a getting a start, but look like the getting a it is the same thing which we have in our labs. Supported provider. Okay. Gemini looks good, I guess. I don't have a token for any of that. That's why I was getting some problem. Mhm. Look like a lot of contributors are now contributing to this. Mhm. Basically, I'm not very familiar with AI. I was just trying to get familiar with some of the things, and yeah, if I can contribute back to it, it could be good for me. So I think they are open elementary. Okay, just give me a one. Mhm. Okay, so the Keyent is an open source programming framework that begins the power of agentic AI to cloud native environments built especially for DevOps and platform engineers. Kagent enables AI agents to run directly in a Kubernetes cluster to automate operations, troubleshoot issues, and solve complex cloud native challenges. Okay, so it is an also a sandbox project. So what is a Kagent? Unlike traditional chatbots, Kagent leverages advanced reasoning and iterative planning capabilities to autonomously handle multi-step problems in cloud-native environments. It transforms AI insights into concrete actions, helping team tackle common operations challenges like diagnosing connectivity issues across multiple service hubs, troubleshooting applications, performance degradation. Mhm. Okay, automating alert generation from Prometheus metrics, uh-huh. Debugging gateway and HTTP route configuration, managing progressive rollout with Argo rollout. Okay, I think some of examples are already present in there. Uh, we can get some of the tools. I have some of examples from that. So the kagent, let's look at the kagent core components. So kagent architecture consists of three main components. So kagent have a three main component. You can see here three main components. One is a tools. So the tools and MCP style actions that agents can leverage to interact with the cloud native systems. Keyzent comes with pre-built tools that include capabilities like displaying word logs, querying Prometheus metrics, generating resources, and more. You can check on tool registry. Okay, you don't see that because I don't know, but their websites are very slow. Okay, so the tools registries occasion fully supports the MCP protocol, which allows you to use the toolset that an MCP servers. The list of the tools below is collection of built-in tools that are MCP enabled and can be used with a agent out of a box. I was thinking, can we create a MCP server for witness and then we can add a agent to it? What do you think? I'm thinking witness MCP server and then integrate it with the agent. Mhm. I think this is our first idea. We get totally into the security. Mhm. Okay, keep this in our mind. We will look into it. But they don't have a much tools. View other. I can see other. Okay. I think one of the reason for them for this hackathon to get more tools here. Like they have Prometheus, they have Kubernetes, they have Isto, and they have Helm. Into the Kubernetes, they have 21. In Prometheus, they have 21. Into the Isto, they have 13, and into the Helm, they have 6, and in Argo, they have 7. Gafna have a 9, Cilium have a 58. I mean, who adds that? I don't know. Into the Kubernetes, what they have? They have delete resources, describe resources, execute command, get events, remove labels, roll out, scale. I think witness could be good because we get attestation. Maybe this not, then cosign. I will add a if not witness. Okay, let us take if not witness, one of the famous six store cosign. Cosign will going to help us to sign and verify the Docker images and some of other things we can get. S-bomb generation or some of the other things. So these are the two idea I get by just not even exploring anything, just having this core logic or a core knowledge of they have a tools, and in their tools they have some of the things like that. Okay, in Prometheus they have a lot of things. I don't know Prometheus, but yeah, it's good to have that. I think I know Helm. So into the Helm, get release, list, release, repo add, upgrade. They only have some of the very less tools. So okay, create your own tool. So they have their own this. So how we can add our own tool, we'll see that. Okay, I think that could be good, to be honest. That one of the two or one could be really good. Adding a cosine, adding a cosine will be going to be way good for us, because inside the Kubernetes, how we can do that. I think just take some time, then we can discuss about it. Maybe not cosine, then oparigo. We can add a policy inside the Kubernetes. Witness have also witness policy, so we can add some of the things like witness policy. And why not? We can run our witness inside the Kubernetes. We can run, I guess. Okay, we will see that, but let us get into the core concept. The second core concept, they have agents. So agents, autonomous systems that plan, execute, and analyze tasks using the available tools. These agents can chain multiple operations together to solve complex problems. Each agent can have access to one or more tools to accomplish its work. Agent can also be grouped into teams where a planning agents comes up with a plan and assign task to individual agent in the team. Okay, so into the agent they can come as a single agents, or maybe they can come as a group agent, and into the group agents a plan and assign task to individual agent in a teams. So we will add that into our teams, like every individual agent have some other plan. The framework, yeah, that one is really good, to be honest. I was thinking to explore this one to uh, Google ADK framework. I think by using this tool we can build our these two agent. Okay, that looks really good. Okay, let's. So why kagent? Kagent addresses the growing complexity of cloud native operations by automating routine troubleshooting and operational tasks, reducing the need of a specialist uh, intervention in common scenarios, enabling teams to formalize and share their operational expertise, providing a platform for building and sharing custom AI agents. So also they have, I think we can go with the architecture first, and then we will uh, see the. I'm interested in their roadmap now. So they added a LLM provider. They don't have a roadmap. They don't have a roadmap. Okay. Currently, okay. Can the project give input? I can't understand anything. Mhm. Okay. Is a feature OpenShift support, multi-cluster support, create an OpenAI spec for our controller API, support an OAuth, OpenID, connect integration, multi-cluster support, implement machine identity in Vertex AI, add a test or invoke button next to the MCP tool, add a buffer size limit to prevent memory leaks in a streaming, ensuring deleting CRD completely cleans up the all resources. That one is a good one, I think. Allow user to provide. I'm not sure. Mhm. I think this one can be good for us to explore. That's why I don't do such things. Okay, time to get into architecture. Okay, so we are now looking for case and architecture. Mhm. So the case and consist of multiple components running inside and outside the Kubernetes cluster. We have a controller, and controller have a bi-directional connection with their CLI. So they have a case and CLI also. The backend, so the controller have a connection with the CLI and a backend, and then backend there's a dashboard. So this is an UI part. So the middleman in this is our controller, right? The middleman in this is our controller, because when we run a CLI, it goes to this and then it goes to this, right? And the backend, it goes to this one and then this one, like that. Okay. Uh, we are thinking of controller. So the kagent controller is a Kubernetes controller. That is really awesome. I'm really familiar with the controller things that knows how to handle the custom CID. I was talking about CID for creating and managing AI agent in the cluster, right? In the future, we envision more feature for a controller such as a native MCP server for built-in tools. Wow, that is positive point. They have app and engine. The kagent engine is a core component of kagent. It is a Python application that is responsible for running agent conversion loop. That was from a ADK framework. The ADK team did a wonderful job for creating flexible, sorry, flexible, powerful, most important, extensible framework for building AI agents. We take full advantage of this by using the framework by adding our own agents and tools. Mhm. So we need to read this one. We'll take someone video. Maybe we can read from there. Taking up CLI. So that agent and engines are backend, right? Yeah. CLI is one of the entry point to the case agent. The CLI connects to the engine and allow you to manage resources and interact with the agents. CLI offers way to interact with the engine for those who prefer CLI to the UI development. So we also have a dashboard, so UI dashboard. Dashboard, Kagent dashboard provide a web interface for managing and working with AI agent. It is the simplest way to get started with the Kagent. Okay, right. Kagent dashboard. If you type Kagent dashboard, it will load the Kagent dashboard, or you can just kubectl, because when we run the our labs, the kagent is installed into their namespace kagent, so you can port forward their service. Then you can see on that 801 kagent landing page. Try building your own agent. That is cool. We can see the agents and tools, and then we will move towards more. I don't know, but it is not working. Okay, let us read their kagent tools and the context. Okay, an agent development kit ADK. An agent is a self-contained execution unit designed to act anonymously to achieve a specific goal. Agent can perform tasks, interact with the users, utilize external tools, and coordinate with other agents. The foundation for all agents in ADK is a base agent class. It serves as a fundamental blueprint to create functional agent. You typically extend base agent in one of the three main way, catering to different needs for intelligent reasoning to structured process control. Mhm. So it have one base agent here, and it get extended to LLM based, workflow based, and some our own custom logic. Okay. So they have a three core agent category. Firstly, they have a base, their base, and then from base they have a lot of more things in it. So one of them is LLM agents. So LLM agents, these agents utilize large language models, LLMs, as a core engine to understand natural language, reason, plan, generate responses, and dramatically decide how to respond or which tools to use, making them ideal for flexible language centric tasks. Okay. Another one, they have workflow agents, that is a sequential agents, parallel agents, loop agent. Okay, I can understand that one. These specialized agents control the execution flow of other agents in predefined deterministic pattern, sequence, parallel, or loop without using an LLM for flow. Uh, Control itself perfect for a structured process needing a predictable execution. We can also create our custom agents created by extending base agent directly. These agents allow you to implement unique operational logic, a specific control flow, or specialized integration not covered by the standard types, catering to highly tailored application requirements. Mhm. That's cool. Choosing a right agent type. Primary function, if you want a reasoning generation tool type, then LLM you can use. Non-deterministic. Language, tasks, dynamic decision. Workflow. Into the workflow, controlling agent execution flow. Predefined logic, deterministic, that is predictable. Structured process orchestration. Custom one, you can add your own logic. Custom code can be either be based on implementation, tailored is specific. Mhm. Yeah, if we go much more depth into it, they have their own specific one. How can you use that? Some of the tools like Google search, code execution, computer use, MCP toolbox for databases, GitHub, Linear, and. Okay, that's also context. In agent development kit ADK, context refers to crucial bundle of information available to your agent and its tool during a specific operation. Think of it as a necessary background knowledge, mhm, and resources needed to handle a current task or a conversation done effectively. It was like someone came to you and they said, Rahul, you know what? Shreya, like maybe their girlfriend. You don't know they did some fighting, and you are here, and he came to you, and he gave you a context, like Shreya just break up with me, and blah 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 things. Um, and you get a context, and you are AI. Now you can perform current task that he said you or he given you the context. like that. In the similar way, you give a context to AI and then it perform based on that context. And also like turn out like Raul, you know that yeah, like we listened their story of breakup and then he said, uh, bro, I already said you. She's not a good girl. She probably going to cheat you because she already did with a lot of other person or other classmates. But to be honest, in my class, AI is good. So it's just I use an example. But yeah, till this point, how many say I made all are good. Really appreciate. But it is live. Sorry for that. Agent often needs more than just the latest user message to perform well. Context is essential because it's enable. Mhm. Agent often need more than just the user message to perform well. Yeah, context is essential because it enables maintaining a state, passing data, accessing service, identity, and tracking tool specific action. Okay, so maintaining a state, remembering details across multiple steps in a conversation. Example, user preference, previous calculation, items in shopping cart. This is primarily managed through session state. Passing data is like sharing information discovered or generated in a one step like an LLM call or a tool execution with subsequent steps. Sessions state is a key here too. Accessing services, interacting with the framework capabilities like artifact storage, saving or loading files or data blob like PDF, images, configuration files associated with the session. Memory, like searching for relevant information from past interactions or external knowledge source, sources connected to the user. Authentication, requesting and retrieving credentials needed by tools to access external APIs securely. That's cool. Identity and tracking. Knowing which agent is currently running, agent.name, and uniquely identifying the current request response cycle. Invocation underscore ID for logging and debugging, and tool specific action. We'll read that in more depth. Oh, give me a 5 minute break. I will get back to you. So
बारे में आप में से ज्यादातर लोग शायद नहीं जानते हो कि तिब्बत का प्री बुद्धिस्ट इंडिजिनस रिलीजन है, यानी कि बुद्धिज्म के आने से पहले तिब्बत में इस धर्म में ज्यादा लोग माना करते हैं। इसमें माना जाता है कि कैलाश को लेकर एक ही सोच, ये पवित्र है और यहाँ पर देवी देव जैसी लोकेशन बनी है। लेकिन कैलाश पर आए, कैलाश पर्वत backup, let's say that was from 48 hours ago. And then if you have the entire write-ahead log history in that time span for 48 hours, you could recover your database to any exact point because you have a backup and you have the log of every single change that was made sequentially in that time frame. So that's actually like at Planet Scale, we do hosted Postgres databases and we do automated backups. You can create custom schedules. And then we save the write-ahead log as far back as your oldest backup so that we can let users do those point-in-time recoveries if they want to. So yeah, write-ahead logging is also really important for being able to recover your database to previous states. So there are certainly times where you want to save it longer than just a couple of minutes. Yeah, we've got Vlad in here. Hey, Vlad, thank you for sharing the stream. And yeah, he's answering some questions, which is awesome. Okay, yeah. And in practice, you can do like data exporting, you can use Debezium, you can use other things. You can just use a wall archiver to send those to, cold storage, a bunch of different ways you can do that. So let's switch over to, maybe we'll try this one side by side because these are a little bit simpler diagrams for this section here.
Who's talking about?
Why it's important. And why do I think it's here to stay and it's going to enable us to do a bunch of stuff that are just not possible today? Okay, so first of all, this is the way, the state of the art today without MCP. So forget about MCP. And let's say you want to
create an agent and you want that agent to communicate with different APIs. So for example, you want to communicate with Slack, Gmail, or just a custom database. So in order for you to do that, you will have to build these integrations from scratch. It's not just as simple as letting the model figure out the documentation of an API, because there are, for example, the Gmail API might allow you to delete messages, but you don't want your agent to have access to delete messages. So you want to restrict your agent somehow to only create new messages, right? Or maybe save drafts. You don't want the agent to have access to the full API. So in order to allow for that to happen, you're going to have to create some custom maybe prompts or some custom implementation that will restrict your agent or guide your agent to do only the things that you want to do. Okay? The same thing happens when you want maybe custom messages. You want your agent. So let's talk about MCP of an API. Safe drafts might allow you to delete messages, but you don't want your agent to have access to delete messages. So you want to restrict your agent somehow to only create new messages, right? Or maybe save drafts. You don't want the agent to have access to the full API. So in order to allow for that to happen, you're going to have to create some custom maybe prompts or some custom implementation that will restrict your agent or guide your agent to do only the things that you want to do. Okay? The same thing happens when you want maybe custom messages. You want your agent to format messages in certain ways. So that communication, that specification, that implementation has to exist somehow. So let's say you build that as part of your agent. So now your agent knows how to use Slack and Gmail and the custom database. But all of a sudden, that agent, you give it away or you put it in public, and people want to use the same implementation with their agent.
I don't know, like,
So maybe this agent here is Windsurf, the IDE. You
sorry.
write code. And your IDE now, Windsurf, can communicate with Slack and Gmail and a database. And you want people now to use that agent in Cursor. So what's going to happen?
Fuck. So yeah, we cover a kagent architecture. Now we are going for agents. Yeah. So an agent is an application that can interact with the users in a natural language. Agents uses LLM to generate responses to user queries and can also execute actions on behalf of the user. Mhm. So each agent consists of the following components. that agents have an instructions, that agent have a tools and a skills. Okay, so into the agents they are like they are using their core logic from that uh, Google ADK framework, because their engine, the whole engine is on this one, and they have their controller, the controllers around their whole things around the Kubernetes. So agent instruction, a set of instruction that defines the agent's behavior and capabilities, is also called a system prompt. Mhm. The tools, like yeah, you can, if you see their tools, they have some of a built-in tools. We already have seen that. Like such tools they have, like which they have created, like into the Prometheus, in Kubernetes, EC2, Helm. Like if you see into the Helm, they have a get release. Do they get release? You like you can read this, and using that you can get it. They have a very good lab. By using lab, like you can get everything from the like how they are building an agents for cloud native and Kubernetes. Like these whole things, they're all agents are running inside the Kubernetes, so it is a way flexible for cloud native things. Into the tools functions that the agent can use to interact with its environment. Agent features built-in tools and has supports to accessing tools over the MCP. They have a lot of MCP too. So model context protocol. Skills description of capabilities that helps the agent act more autonomously and guide its tool uses and planning. If you see the pre-review, I have a one pre-review. Screensort.xf. If you see this one, yeah. So inside this, they have agent, and you can see the metadata name as a website summarizer, and their description, the type, and inside the descriptive, the model config, and the system message. So these are the like how we give a prompt to our chat GPT. In the similar way, they have their whole Kubernetes CID. Inside that CID, you will give your prompt, and depend on their MCP servers or the agents they have configured inside their Kubernetes, it perform on that. So we will look into that how exactly they created their agent. Uh, but firstly, we need to understand their architecture, their core concepts, and we also have to use some of their predefined examples to get a better understanding. You can see the agent instruction. Instruction tells the agents what is the its role, how to interact with the user, what's the agent it can take, how it behaves, responds to the user queries, and how to interact with the other agents. Like you're a Kubernetes agent that can help user manage their Kubernetes resource. Your response should be clear and concise. You should provide helpful information and guidance. So if you see there one of the tool where it is the Kubernetes, inside the Kubernetes, they have tools like delete resource. So if I give the prompt to our system to delete, let's take we have a pod, delete a pod. So you can imagine it as an MCP server where we just give a delete response and it will delete the pod. We need to specify that, and also let's see, we'll see that. Yeah, that's totally in the system prompt tutorial. uh we'll not see that. Mm-hmm. Really good blog. Okay. Mm, Prompt engineering for unbeatable AI agent. That's really cool. We'll read that. मैं कुछ ज़्यादा ही एक्सप्लेन करने लगा था और डेप्थ में चला गया। बंदा देखा होगा, बंदा देख के भी चला गया होगा। बंदा मैं कुछ ज़्यादा ही एक्सप्लेन करने लगा था और डेप्थ में चला गया। बंदा देखा होगा, बंदा देख के भी चला गया। मैं कुछ ज़्यादा ही हेलो। ओके। हेलो। हेलो। I was just saying uh like I just closes the audio input. Even after that it's showing like I think I need to figure it out because then there will be a noises. Like I thought if I click close this, then it will remove it, but I can see that. Uh, then there will be. Okay, I will. I think I will see some of a tutorial for it. Okay. So we can give an instruction like that, and we also have a tools. Tools are the functions that the agent can use to interact with its environment. For example, a Kubernetes agent might have a tools to list pod, get pod logs, and describe service. A tool description and their descriptions are made available to the agents and are sent to the LLM together with the instructions based on the user query. The agent can use the tools to interact with the environment and generate responses. For example, we could add list resources tools to agent that could allow it to list resources in the Kubernetes cluster. The agent will determine um, based on the user input if it makes sense to invoke any of the available tools. Like if a user asks list all pods in a cluster, the agent can use list resources tools to list all pods in the cluster. Note that depending on how the instruction tools are written and configured, the agent might list all the namespaces first, then list all the pods in each namespace. Alternatively, if list resources tool allow listing resources across namespace, the agent will pick that option. Some of tools support additional configuration that can set in when adding the tools to the agent. For example, any Grafana or Prometheus tool will require an API endpoint URL to be set. Kagent comes with a set of built-in tools that can use to interact with your environment. Kagent also support MCP tools. Using MCP, you can bring any external tools into the Kagent and make it available for your agent to run. They also have skills. Skills are descriptions or even executable implementation of capabilities that an agent has to act more autonomously. They make the LLM response more than just a reaction to prompt by orienting them towards goal. In some framework, skills are expressed as a wrapped function, reusable prompt templates, or even a synonym or for a tool. Think of a skills like a catalog that expresses what the agent is capable of doing for a user. Unlike tools, skills are not a specific function that produces an output like fetch a website or tell the weather. Unlike system instructions, they are not rules that apply to all instructions, such as follow my company style guide. Instead, skills are building tools that guide the agent tool uses and planning. They help the agent understand what its goal are and when and how to use tools effectively. For example, two agents may share the same tools but use them differently based on their skills. A troubleshooting agent might use or describe tools to check events of crashing pod before taking recovery actions such as restarting the pod. A research agent might use the same describe tool to gather details about a pod in order to answer user questions. Skills can refers to two broad types. One is A to A skills, that is a metadata based skills that are defined in line in the agent specification. Another is a kagent container based skills. Executable skills package as container images and loaded from registries for rescue across agents. You can use agent registry project to build and push skills to registry. That is a really awesome. Mhm. Okay, no problem. Chats are not I can't see the channel. Kimi AI. Yeah, this one.
Hi, I'm Zhiling, the founder of Kimi. 6 months ago, we released Kimi K2. It was the first open model to scale pre-training to 1 trillion parameters. Later, we introduced Kimi K2 Thinking. It scaled the thinking time of agents for solving long horizon tasks. It performed interleave thinking with tool calling for up to 300 steps, all on its own. Today, we're dropping our latest model, Kimi K2.5. K2.5 is a powerful model that excels at agents, coding, vision, and general capabilities, and it is open source. K2.5 sets new records on the most challenging agentic benchmarks, including Humanities Last Exam, BrowseConf, and Deep Search QA. K2.5 is also a very strong coding model. We didn't just want Kimi to code, we wanted it to have an eye for design. It weaves designer-grade websites that flow with grace and visual poetry. K2.5 lowers the barrier of entry with the vision capabilities. Simply upload a screen recording. Kimi K2.5 will rebuild it from scratch with clean, professional code. Going beyond front-end design, K2.5 is great at software engineering. Kimi Code is our new coding product. Kimi Code supports images and videos as inputs. It also automatically discovers existing skills into your working environment in Kimi Code. Next, Office. To make Kimi even more helpful in your daily workflow, K2.5 has mastered the core skills of the Office suite. Whether it is building a complex financial model, handling the formatting of a professional PDF, or crafting a consulting level deck, we want to give that power to everyone. Tasks that used to take days, like merging 50 different department reports or turning a 30,000 word paper into a precise pitch deck, now happen in 10 minutes. With K2.5, we go from one agent to an agent swarm. Instead of asking one agent to do everything, K2.5 creates and coordinates a swarm of specialized agents to work in parallel. These specialized agents are essentially copies of K2.5, but with different roles and different subtasks. Nothing is predefined. The roles and subtasks are created on the fly by K2.5. Running in parallel substantially reduces the time needed for a complex task. For market research spanning 100 companies, it orchestrates a swarm of analysts for turnaround in minutes, not weeks. For complex translation projects of 300 pages, it mobilizes a team of linguists for rapid, accurate delivery. For literature synthesis across 50 papers, it builds 10 senior researchers to conduct parallel analysis and generate a comprehensive survey instantly. Training the agent swarms at scale is technically challenging. We rebuilt our reinforcement learning infrastructure and optimized the training algorithms to ensure the best efficiency and performance. All of these capabilities come together in Kimi K2.5, a powerful open source model. You can experience all of this starting today on kimi.com or the Kimi app. For software engineers, we recommend pairing K2.5 with Kimi Code. And also K2.5 is available via our API. Go.
First one you can see. uh, I mean, 18.9 is smaller than 90. I'm better than Opus 4.5 is open source. Oh ho ho ho. E. Oh wow. That is cool. Oh, these are really awesome. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me 2.5 just marked everyone. 1 TB parameters, native multi-model, beats cloudy 4.5 Optus, and it is an open source. Oh, open source always win. That's when you can see that.
It's impossible. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
I was now scary about copyright strike on my this video, but let us get back to our stream. Oh, it's a bit cold here. That A2A skills metadata. Actions to action A2A skills are metadata structured description of capabilities, not executable code. Think of A2A skills as a machine readable catalog entry about what a tool can do. A2A skills metadata describes what a capability is, what the capability can do, the input and output, safety requirements, how a model should think about the capabilities. A2A skills metadata does not provide runtime code, execute actions, bundle actual logic for performing the skill. In kagent, you define A2A skills in A2A config.skills. Okay. These consist of descriptions, examples, ID, and tags that helps guide the agent behavior. The description and example provides context for both humans and agent itself, often incorporate into system instructions. The ID and tags helps you manage skills such as making it simpler to compare and reuse them across agents. A2A skills are instruction about capabilities, not the capability itself. That is why A2A is sometimes described as just metadata. A descriptive information, not executable code. Okay. We are around 2 hour to container-based skills. Case in container-based skills are executable skills implementation packaged as a container image. These are runnable procedural logic that the agent can use as an instruction of itself. Container-based skills include executable code snippets or procedures, behavior modules that the agent can run at an inference time. Inference time. Validation and step-by-step behavior, reusable function, direct execution capabilities. These skills contain instruction, script, and resources that are loaded from container registries and made available to agent at a runtime. You can build and push skills as a container images, then reference them in a specs.skills.ref to load them into your agents. Container-based skills are actual callable capabilities, not just description of capabilities. Agent skills are simpler to cloudy agent skills, but with a key advantage, any agent can use skills regardless of LLM providers. You are not limited to an topic cloudy. You can use skills with OpenAI, Google, Vertex AI, Azure, OpenAI, Olamed, or any other LLM provider that agent supports. Best practices for skills: containerize and store your skills in a specialized registry so that you can reuse them across agents. You can use an agent registry project to build and push agents to registry. When creating skills for your agent, consider the following best practices. Agent registry also has a repo of example skills based on cloud skills that you can use as a starting point. This is in a skills like MCP builder. That is awesome. Like you can go to the skills and then they have some of a script. I mean, this is on a format. I will see that. This is an important, I think, for around CI/CD. Okay, so be specific. Each skill should represent a distinct capabilities. Provide good example. Include diverse example that cover different ways user might express the need for that skill. Use descriptive tags. Tags helps organize skills and manage them easier to make them easier to manage. Align with the tools. Ensure your skills align with the tools available to the agent. If you have a skill that centers around writing docs in a markdown, you might want to align it as a write markdown tool as opposed to generate PDF tools. Keeps the skills focus. Each skill should have a clear, focused purpose. For example, a document generating skills might be too broad, but skills that focuses on creating a specific type of document such as docs, file or alternatively entry like getting a start guide might be more appropriate. So you can see the skill. Mhm. Agent as a tools. Agent also support using agent as a tools. An agent you create can be referenced and used by other agents. Like you have some two agent, you can use a one agent and then you're inside that you can also use another agent. An example use case should have a prompt QL agent that that know how to create prompt QL queries from a natural language. Then you had uh, create a second agent that could use a prompt QL agent whenever it needs to create prompt QL query. Here's how you could reference an exiting agent. Prompt QL agent as a tool. That is a tools. And you have a type that is MCP server. MCP server. The name kagent tool server or a Kubernetes server with a app protocol MCP. labels, auto annotation for MCP or an MCP server, kind, remote MCP server, tool name, that is get resources and get available reference, and then you can also use some agent with the reference of from QL agent. After the agent, you need also a skills example. That looks good. Add skills to agent. Okay, we will see that. Don't worry, we will see that. But the aim needs to be tools. Give me a 2 minute break. I will get back. I don't know how to close this. How to close this? Okay, okay. Now this thing is, I can get it. Our charge is 60%, 2 hours and power, or low power. Hello. Okay, get back to again. We are on tools. We are now on the last core concepts, tools. Maybe I feel like a boring. I don't know why I study in that way. Okay. Okay. Tools are a function that the agent can use to interact with its environment. For example, a Kubernetes agent might have a tools to list pods, get pod logs, and describe services. Kagent become its with us. I know I can use AI to get these whole things, but I just want to cover it once, and then I will use AI to make this um, more handy for me. But I'm just trying to cover it because I am also not familiar with a lot of keywords. Um, Kagent comes with a like built-in. They have a built-in MCP, so we can skip this. Built-in tools. You can check out a full list of built-in tools here. So I think built-in tools they have this whole built-in tools. Um Okay, agent as tool. You can also have an option to use agent as a tool. Any agent you create can referenced and used by any other agent. You have MCP tools. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It is a protocol originally created by Anthropic, which is meant as a flexible way to provide tools and other information to agents in the year or so since its uh, inspection. It has begun to gain uh, tractions, and more tools are adopting it. The server's repository has a list of MCP server that you can use immediately with a kagent. Of course, there are more than just the one listed there. So we also supporting bringing in your own MCP server, double check any community server before running them in your environment. Yeah, like that needs to be uh, to check a double check that one. Okay, HTTP tools. Uh, you can also build your own tools with KMCP and a sub-project of kagent. KMCP provides a powerful CLI tools with built-in boilerplates to speed up the local development of MCP server and MCP tools. Then you can use the KMP control plane to quickly spin up and deploy your MCP server in your cloud native environment such as Kubernetes. By default, KM case MCP is installed with a case, and if you already installed KMCP separately, you can set uh, KMCP.enable equals to false if your values.yml file or you set commands for both the kagent and kagent CIDs chart. Mhm. You can set it for kagent and kagent chart CID charts. That's an Helm one. Planning to use your KMCP resources later with a kagent gateway. Add the kagent.dev slash discovery equals to disable label to your MCP resources. Then kagent does not automatically discover MCP server. This way you can have agent gateway in the front of your KMCP server so that the agent tool traffic is routed correctly through agent gateway. Okay, we are done with the core concepts. I think now we can get started with a quick start. Okay, this is the same thing we used. We have, I was thinking, your first agent. Okay. Your MCP local development. We need a Docker. Okay. Writing system prompt pressing. Okay, that is good. Close it. Prepare your AWS details. Okay, this one, this one, this one. We have examples. We can use A2A agent. I've seen somewhere they have, yeah, exactly. I've seen somewhere they have a Gemini and some of other things we can use that. Or I'm by this one. Somewhere else we have that. We don't need an Gemini. Okay. Mm-hmm. Got it, got it. So we can start now, I think. Give me a time because I have somewhere the key, API key. I have to check. Let's see this one working or not. So this is the same. Before you begin, make sure you have following tools installed. I think I was thinking to use K3D, but no problem. We can use Docker one too.
A streamer is a gamer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we need to install this. Mm. Install keys and the cluster by using so users install a case into the cluster by using CLI. Example case install successfully. You can access the kagent dashboard from kagent dashboard. Walk through the wizard screen by screen to put up your first client, first agent. At any time, you can exit out of the wizard by clicking Escape Wizard. Step 1. Configure AI model. Choose an exiting model such as a GPT 4.1 mini. Set up the AI agents. Re- Review the defaults details for a basic Kubernetes agent. Step 4 step select to review pro-selected pre-selected pre-selected tools for your first agent. We get step review. Walk through the wizard screen by screen Set up your first agent AI. Walk through the word wizard, seeing my screen to set up your first agent. At any time, you can exit out of clicking. I don't know why it's taking that much time. Usually, it does not take that much time. I was feeling slippery now. Walk through the wizard screen by screen to your first page. At any time, you can exit out of the wizard by clicking a wizard. Okay, that's done, and you can I was feeling a bit of slippery now. Uh, yes, it is. Kagent install provided a demo. Agent installed successfully. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I already said. Oh, okay. So we installed it. Again now. I don't know, but today they are taking a bit of time. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, it's not running. Anything I'm missing in between that? When I did this, did I get that? So entered. Oh, sorry. Can we? Uh, why not some other like Gemini or some other? I don't have, so I'm just closing that now. because I also getting some pain in my body. I will get a key, OpenAI key. Uh, as I'm coming back in some minute. Just give me a bit of minute. Coming back. I think they have some problem. Like kagent have some problem. I can't see any problem with. I'm not sure, but it's not working for me. Then why it's not working? I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working then. Install kagent to the cluster by using the following command. Install a demo profile with a agent and MCP. If you don't want this default, include this one. I can't even see anything. And mhm, this one is failing. Kagent install profile demo. Okay, so I think I'm close. I'm closing this. It looks nice. Okay, so we can go with a local development with a kagent CLI. Create a new agent, kagent init Python using OpenAI. Okay, Okay, so it's created my agent. Inside my agent, it have a readme, it have a my profile, kagent.yml, docker file. Okay, let's see. Our provider here is not OpenAI. If I want an my provider as a Gemini, then how I can configure that? Okay, okay, we can take an help of this.